Hey, I'm Cody Tang. I'm the Senior Product Manager at Robosen Robotics here.
So, Cody, we're no stranger to the Optimus Prime and now the Grimlock you've released. We were talking a little bit earlier, but how long does a product like this take to develop from conception to hitting store shelves?
So usually our products take anywhere from 2 to 3 years of conception, but actually Grimlock was first conceived in 2008, and now in 2023 here we are. So fairly long, for longer than the 3 years that we usually have, but it's because Grimlock is the first dual bipedal robot that we ever created. So dual bipedal means as a humanoid robot, it can actually walk in its human leg forms, but as a dinosaur as well, it has two legs that it can walk as well.
So, talk a little about like the robotics in general. Like 2008, have they improved since then? And now 2023, we're talking about that a little bit earlier too.
Yeah, I think the robotics has improved, but for us, because all of our technology is proprietary, that's why it took so long to come up since 2008 and keep on reiterating that process to get to what you see today in Grimlock. And part of that is not just the hardware, but also the software and improving the algorithm and the gates. So for example, we first had to come up with Optimus Prime and first figure out the first walking gate, right? The first bipedal robot on a consumer level. And after we could figure out that, then we applied it to Grimlock and our other products to further the development of it.
Robotics is such a fascinating industry in general. Requires a lot of engineering. What do you think is the biggest misconception from a consumer looking at robotics tech in general?
I think the biggest misconception that it's pricey, and that it's it's just like you look at it like any other device, like your iPhone or like your laptop or computer. It could be mass produced. So why is it so expensive? That's the case, but for a robot, every time we're creating a new robot, it's like you're creating a whole separate device. So not only does the board have to be in a separate position, but the wires have to be completely redesigned and the whole overall structure. It's like if you got a car and every single time you came up with a new car, you have to think of where to put the wheels next. It's like, wait, hold on, you have to reconceive where you put the wheel, the driving board, and the drivetrain. It's like, yes, we have to do that every single product, and that's why it takes so long on the algorithm side and software, but also on the hardware side for us.
From an engineering standpoint, like I know size is a big factor and like weight and how it moves. Even the weight of the plastic or what type of plastic you use all come into factors. A lot of math.
So it is a lot of math, and everything is proprietary. We come up with everything from the high polymers within the motors and rubbers within itself to the mixes of the plastics and even the metals and titanium alloys that we use within the motors and gears itself. So everything's proprietary, and we have a big team of engineers back in our HQ to help us figure out and be the best team that we can to have the best product as well.
So talk about your company. Like when was it founded? Like talk a little bit about Robosen.
So Robosen was founded in 208, or actually no, 206, but as more of a commercial and industrial robotics company. And then in 2019, we made the full switch to be fully consumer on robotics. And in 2020, that's when we got the license from Hasbro to first get Optimus Prime, and the rest is history.
So were you guys like mainly like a lot of machine operated stuff, like big scale industrial stuff, or were you guys smaller, more niche robotics?
It was a little mix of both. So one big story I can remember from my founder is that they had a $200 million project that they turned down, and it was actually for a transforming robot, but it was to clean a pipeline. So as you know, a gas pipeline might be big and small, so you need a robot to go inside the pipes, change different size. And he said, well, I don't want to just do a one-off project for just some industrial thing. I loved robotics from watching Transformers. So let me just drop everything, restart the company, and create a transforming robot. And that's what he did, and that's how we ended up here today.
We're in this like age of like AI, which is becoming more and more like common knowledge. But like realistically, in your opinion, in your expert opinion, how far away are we from an actual robot doing things like the dishes or like assembling complex structures?
I think we're not that far off. I think it's more of the companies and people have to come together and collaborate to put all these technologies together. Because I feel like right now, the industry is very siloed. Like everyone's working either on AI for this specific industry or hand robotics and haptics for only medical or like virtual reality training, right? But there's no broad, hey, let's get together and apply what is best for general robotics, or how can we mix some of these technologies together for the betterment of just our overall industry. And I think that's where we need to go next.
How far are we from like I Am Robot, like that kind of technology? Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I think that's more of a question for Tesla and some of the other industrial robots than us.
So what's next for you guys? You guys have been killing it with the Transformers line. You also have a Buzz Lightyear toy. Like, are you guys going to continue to do more Transformers? Are you going to spread your wings a little bit into other IPs?
Yeah, so we are doing more Transformers, but we also are spreading our wings with Disney and some other big properties that we can't really mention right now, but you'll see in the future, definitely.
I mean, I would love to see Devastator. Can you make a combiner robot with the all?
I don't know, maybe but I know for Devastator, I'll tell you that Takara Tomy owns the rights for a disassembling Devastator.
Cody, and where can people find more information about your company if they're interested in purchasing your products or even just in robotics in general?
If you're just interested in Robosen and want to tune in to what we're doing, you can check us out at robosen.com, so ROBOSCN.com, or Robosen Official on Instagram.